Hi, April here, and I am excited to share with you our second video in this series, or maybe you're watching this as a refresher. Alright, so we are a party plan model in direct selling. However, there are many ways to share our experiences, so stop for a minute and think outside of the box on how you can have fun with sharing Lemongrass Spa. The key is getting in front of a group of friends so they can relax, reconnect, and make new connections. When filling your calendar, here's a tip. Always overbook. There will be cancellations. There's going to be hosts that don't show up to their Facebook parties. And I can tell you, even though it's super scary overbooking, I've had it happen where I had a full week, 4 events or more, and what happens? You either have to postpone or you have that host who doesn't show up to your Facebook event. Alright, so the other key into filling up your calendar is asking in the appropriate way. If you are getting a lot of no's, it's time to talk to your director or reach out to Kathy Yelitz so that we can work through that for you. Don't keep fighting it and don't beat yourself up. It could be the simple words that you're saying that are preventing getting those dates on your calendar. Here's the thing. We offer something special for our hosts and their guests. This comes in our unique shopping experience where we offer hands-on opportunities, whether that's through hand spas, facials, foot soaks, whatever you might be wanting to share with them. And here's the key, and I'll mention it a couple times. You decide the experience you're going to share because you're in charge of your calendar. So we don't want to overwhelm you with something that you're not comfortable doing. So if you haven't done facials, don't be booking facials. Alright. Focus on what's in it for them. It's not going to be something, I'm in a contest and I need to get a booking on my calendar, or I'm almost to this bonus and I need your help reaching that. Whatever it might be, make sure you're focusing on what's in it for them versus what's in it for you. Okay, so how are we going to get all of this started? Well, if you haven't made your list, here's another time I'm going to make you mention making that list. So grab your notebook, whatever it is, and start writing down some names. And here's some tips on triggering those names to write down. Your Franks. If you're not familiar with Franks, that's your friends, relatives, associates, neighbors, kid connections, and spouse connections. You might also want to write down those people that are there that want you to succeed, who are always cheering you on. Think about the people you've attended events with. Was it at their house or you were their friend that they brought along? Those are great people to reach out to. Then, who are those friends that are always hosting direct sales events? Whatever they are. They love something about the experience. Maybe it's the free shopping, maybe it's connecting with the friends, but those are great people to reach out to as well. If you've been around a while, you're going to want to go through all your past customers, hosts, and contacts who haven't purchased. Because there are times where we talk to somebody about Lemongrass Spa, but they don't ever purchase, or they don't ever host. And so, again, that notebook where we want to keep those names so then we can always go back and follow up with them. Who do you know who is into working out, eating healthy? Their family is suffering with some types of allergies or sensitivities. Those are great people to reach out to as well. Alright, and when in doubt, book yourself. We have the awesome opportunity to be the hostess and the consultant and reap all of the rewards of both of those opportunities. So it's a great way to get a date on your calendar and reach out to some new people, going back maybe to that Franks list. And another way, it's kind of like booking yourself, but there's a prize in the end, and that's a mystery host event. And you can do that in person or on Facebook. Okay, so I'm going to sidetrack here for a little tip on social media. So we're trying to make these new connections. While you're on social media, make sure you're being social. Like, comment on your friends' posts. Go out and look for new friends. Go search old friends that you haven't sent a request to. All this is going to be doing is building relationships, and this is for your long-term networking. You're not going to be clicking a send request and sending a message to them saying, hey, book a party. We just want to start refreshing those connections so we can work with them later on down the road. Right now, it's just interacting and being social as if you saw them out on the street, say hi, interact on their posts. All right, so after that sidetrack, let's go back to opportunities you can share Lemongrass Spa in fun ways. Now, this is just a few ideas. There's tons out there, so if you need some ideas beyond this, just let myself or your director or sponsor know, and we'll be happy to help you out. All right, so how are you going to share Lemongrass Spa? With hands-on experiences, so in person, you can do hand spas, facials, foot soaks, a sampling, a makeup bar, a ditch and switch, a dirty hair date, or a lip treatment. You can also do like brows in 5 minutes or less, and eyes, and all kinds of things like that. So these are just some of the simple ways to share. A few of these take some extra items that you don't have in your kit. Others of these you can totally do with everything that comes in your kit. Now, here again, you are the boss. So assess what you have on hand, pick the experiences you're comfortable with, and only offer those options. So pick 1 or 2 options, and that's what you're offering when you're asking for someone to get on your calendar. Remember, you are the boss, and you get to pick what you share and how you run your business. Okay, let me catch my breath. I'm reading off my notes, so stick with me here. Please consider what works for your schedule. It goes back to, do you want to do in-person events, or do you want to do something virtual, like a Facebook, YouTube, a Zoom, or some other type of virtual event? Determine your method also when considering this of how you connect with your connections. Whether that's text, private message, calling, video chat, or I know there's a ton of apps out there where you can connect with people as well. So figure out the way you usually connect with people, and that's usually the best way to try to touch base with them. I even forgot, email. There's some people that's the way they still connect, is they prefer email. Okay, now comes the part most of us kind of dread and fear. We have to ask. We aren't asking for parties though. Remember, we're asking for opportunities to share with their friends and provide a little bit of pampering. So here's a few options that might help getting your little noggin wrapped around this idea of asking. So, say you have somebody you've already talked to about Lemongrass Spa. Hi Sally, I hope your summer has gone well. I just thought of you because I saw this month's special and your name is written all over them. And then you insert whatever that product might be and start chatting with them if they're interested. Another option, hi Sally, I hope you are surviving back to school schedules. I know it can be a busy time of year, and don't we all deserve a little break now and then? I'd love to get you and some of your friends together for a fun facial night. What do you think will work better for you guys, September or October? Make them feel special and important. What is in it for them? Remember, everybody hosts a party for a different reason. Sometimes it's the connecting with friends, sometimes it's the free shopping, and sometimes they actually want to join, whether they tell you right away or not. So with these connections, you really want to help build your relationships with them and make them feel special, because every time you connect, no matter if they say yes or they say no, it's going to come back to you in a big way. It may not be immediate, and that's okay, guys. So, say that they said yes. You have that calendar on, the date on the calendar, and you're ready to go. So, here's a tip. All of your hosts deserve a catalog. So, you're going to want to get at least one catalog in their hand, however that might be. If they're local to you, you might want to give them a few more catalogs, some order forms, and maybe a sample if you have something on hand. And whatever you do, make sure you get them excited and have them fill out their wish list, because that excitement of what she is going to experience and what she's going to get from inviting her friends to share you helps her get her guests excited as well. You need to keep your excitement up throughout the whole thing. Your positivity spills over into your hosts and then your guests. And this goes back to building that relationship. Our events are meant to give our hosts and guests some time to relax and connect. Plus, we get to trickle in some little education about the products and why it is smart to make the safer alternative in picking our products to use daily. If you can keep it simple, fun, you will start seeing bookings will be coming from other events that you are holding, and then you're going to start seeing others want to join you in this journey. While building those relationships, you will start to gain repeat customers and repeat hosts. Now, keep in mind, you might just be focusing on in-person or just Facebook events because that's what fits your schedule. But let's not get carried away, because that might not work out for everyone. So try to be a little bit flexible if you can. And there's other options you can squeeze in there. Catalog parties, fundraisers, basket parties, a show on the go, a lunch and learn, even vendor events. That's not now really what you would want to offer somebody, but they're out there, along with many other opportunities. So, ask your host or your potential host what they would like to experience. Now, again, this goes back to you're the boss. So when you ask them what they would like to experience, you give those 1 to 2 options of what you have open to share with them. Where are their friends located? What fits into her schedule? Now, when you say that, that might be more of a what works better, a weeknight or a weekend. What does she want to gain from her event? Does she want to earn her kit with her rewards? Okay, so I mentioned a few times we will hear those no's. The more no's just mean more yeses are waiting for you. The no will not kill you. I'm still here. I've heard a lot of no's over the years. And your goal, unless you stop after the no, is you're going for that yes. No typically means not now, or I don't have not enough information to decide, or maybe they're just in a rough spot right now, whether they're running around, coming or going, or something's happening in their personal life. We sometimes have to work through those no's, and sometimes we just have to let the no's go and follow up later. They might even have some fears, just as you have fears about asking them. Work with them and just keep the relationship growing. Keep the conversation going. It's totally okay if they don't want to book a party with you right now, but you want to keep that relationship going so they come back to you. If you feel like you keep getting the same responses, as I mentioned before, it's a great time to reach out to your sponsor, your director, or Kathy Yellett so we can work through those hurdles. Because there just might be like one keyword that you're using that you're not aware of that could be getting those no's to pop up. So, know that someone is out there waiting for you to ask them. Go find them. It might take a while, but they're out there. So I am going to close this video with a challenge. So find your next few dates on your calendar. I highly recommend 7. So got a calendar, highlight the dates you're willing to work your lemongrass spa business, and highlight those, because when you start to talk to people, you want to be able to offer them 2 dates. You don't want to be like, oh, what works for you? Because then they have control of your schedule. You want control over your schedule. All right. You remember in the beginning when I talked about your list, your Frank's list, and all your friends who have had parties in the past? You're going to want to start working on that list. Then decide what's going to work best for you right now. In person, Facebook, catalog, or something else. When you got all that completed, send it to me, and I can't wait to start getting you some dates filled up on your calendar, catalog, whatever it might be. Thanks for checking it out, and I look forward to chatting with you soon. Bye, guys.